Well, in distilled, it's June 1st.
June 1st.
It's crazy.
Right? It is going to be September 1st before
Don't
you know it.
say that.
I'm
no,
sorry,
but
it
it was a year ago.
Bing.
It was a year ago today, though, that our secret show was announced.
I know. It just feels like time is going by way too quickly, but we've been having fun, are we not? We're having a good time.
I love it, and I'm so glad we've got season 2 coming up, and we love our audience, and we have people who watch so religiously. You know, we have people that are, don't say it, I'm taping it, and then they'll send us a shot. So we have viewing parties now.
Okay, so here's the shot that we got. This is Sheila, and Sheila's dog Petals in the foreground from Parksville. So hello,
Pedals.
Sheila and Petals. We have a close-up. Hello.
Oh.
See, you know what? I need a dog, right?
This just in, guys.
Right. But we would love it if you want to
happen.
send us photos. We'll show you some more throughout the show.
Yes.
But if you want to send us a photo of you watching the show, tell us where you're watching from. Well, if you're maybe having a cocktail or some chips, there's the contact information, and stay tuned. We'll sort of dot them throughout the show.
Yeah,
It's
we're
fun.
going to share your shots throughout the show and keep them coming.
And thank you for watching.
And thank you for watching. And here's what's coming up on a very jam-packed show of Steele and Vance. Mm-hmm. It's some important conversations ahead and some great guests.
Yeah, we've talked a little bit in the past about domestic violence, which is a huge problem in BC and right across Canada. And you know what? A lot of people are saying this campaign that the YWCA did with Trevor Linden was so powerful because they are saying 7,000 domestic violence survivors get concussions compared to just one NHL player.
Think about all the NHL concussion headlines you've heard and seen. And having
Nobody
Trevor
makes a big
Linden do
deal.
this, oh my goodness. Yeah, so Trevor Linden's joining us in studio. There he is. Hi, Trev. He's going to be in studio to talk us through how this all came to be and the fact that there's a new campaign for the Men's Health Foundation, Canadian Men's Health Foundation. I'm a champion along with Trevor in getting men to just make little changes in their health journey to try and talk a little and get into this Park Like a Dad campaign.
We'll explain what that means.
Move for your mental health.
Also, we think COVID's done, right? No, not done, because in fact, BC is really suffering for some reason right now. The new modeling is showing that we have the highest rate of COVID in all of Canada.
That's so scary.
So if that stresses you out, I
does.
think a lot of us are tired, but over the past 3 years or so, we've had COVID and a terrible economy and mortgage rates. You can't
Wars
buy
and-
food and all the rest of it, so we need help.
Yeah, Michelle Cambolis, Dr. Michelle Cambolis, a touchstone. You may have noticed her book sitting behind us here on our set all season long. She will be in to help give us some tools, a little therapy 101, if you will, to get us started on tamping down the anxiety just a little bit. And we're going to talk about something that's very close to our hearts. I hate this term.
Well, hang on a second, because there are a lot of people talking about the fact that Canada Day festivities in several different cities are being canceled for various reasons. Some people are saying, oh, it's all about political correctness, that in some cities the festivities or fireworks are being canceled because of Truth and Reconciliation, or it's some Chinese celebration, and those groups are going, we never said cancel.
that.
So that's where we get to the, are we becoming too woke?
I hate this term.
I hate that word so much, and we're going to dig into that.
We're going to dig into it, but first we have a busy list of headlines.
I wish this had happened when I was driving my Mini Cooper, because I loved that little car so much, and I sold it because I never drove it, and ICBC was charging me a fortune to have it sitting in the parking lot. So they have just come out today and said, if you are like I was, you don't drive that much, now you can get a special rate and you'll pay less.
But if you only drive a quarter as far as most drivers, why don't you get a quarter of the cost? It's only like a 15%
Well, they're
savings.
saying the less you drive, the lower your rate. So check that out. If you're someone who doesn't drive a lot, you can finally get a little bit of savings from ICBC.
We should all save. ICBC. Insurance is way too expensive.
No,
anyway.
And so is housing, for that
That's
matter.
true.
And did you see the headline yesterday? Well,
I
you
did.
actually talked to the housing minister.
I did. I talked to Ravi Kahlon about this. He's been on the show here. He was hinting at this. There's a new Housing Supply Act, and there's a naughty and nice list for municipalities where the provincial government is saying, you know what, if you don't get You don't get started expediting some of these places and spaces for people to live of all types of housing. Just start building. We're gonna come in. It's unprecedented.
We're gonna come in with the stick.
Yeah, unprecedented
Hopefully.
to see the provincial government reach into municipalities. So an interesting first group, if you will.
And it's
they got 6
Vancouver, also on the island.
Yep.
We're in Kamloops, so there's a lot of people on the list. The mayor here in Vancouver said, yes, bring it on. He's happy about it.
He needs to cut the red tape on the permits in City Hall as well. But Ken Sim's going to join us on our finale show this season. So on June 22nd, we'll see how he's feeling about all of it.
A lot of people also talking about the healthcare crisis and what is going on in hospitals. It doesn't matter where you live in this province, you're probably running into long ER times and problems with staff shortages. And there are dozens and dozens of doctors right across this province who are now speaking out.
Yeah, specifically.
At risk of, being sanctioned by the province and saying, we're in a crisis and you have to deal with it. And that, what you were just looking at, is a new list. You can go online and find out how long at that exact moment it takes
to go through emergency.
Treated.
Yes, and specifically the alarm bells are being rung at Surrey Memorial Hospital, and upwards of 60 physicians, ER physicians plus OBGYNs, all adding their names publicly. I spoke with Adrian Dix, our health minister, about this, and he was trying to tell me about what's happening in February. I'm like, what are you doing now? Like, people are freaking out in this hospital, and rightfully so. He's lovely, and he makes himself available, but and then, fast forward 12 hours from when I spoke with him, and he was on the ground in Surrey talking to people. So the politics at play here for sure, but looking at, I cannot imagine being a pregnant woman who Surrey Memorial is my go-to place at any moment, and the OBGYN and obstetrics physicians are putting their names on a list saying, I can't meet the needs of my patients. It's a lot.
It's a lot. Not good. But I'll tell you what, I am booking my first shingles shot.
Okay.
And part of the reason was because I saw online on social media on the weekend that there are new studies coming out that are showing a dramatic reduction in your incidence of getting dementia if you get the shingles vaccine.
That's going to make a lot of people get it,
It has to do with inflammation. Oh my God, I was like, what? I'm phoning right now. Shoppers Drug Mart, going to go get that done.
Good.
Love it. Yeah.
I'm glad that you did that. So the shingles vaccine, very good. Get it done.
Do it.
Also very good is that the city of Vancouver, that were planning on maybe banning gas stoves, realized the error of their ways. My significant other, Brian, who is a corporate chef, was looking at this going, you cannot ban gas stoves. Every restaurant, and in particular, every Asian restaurant that uses a wok needs flame to do it. So ultimately, that was what saw them dial it back.
Right. And you know what? They're not the first government at City Hall to say, let's do something about climate change and let's ban gas stoves and gas fireplaces. Vision Vancouver tried to do it too. Didn't work then either. It's complicated.
It's complicated.
We might go there in the future, but we're not there yet.
We are not there yet. You know where we are?
Where?
Uber in a couple of places where it's taken forever. Oh my goodness, Victoria and Kelowna, celebrate, it's coming for you.
And you know what? I was super mad when I was in Victoria a few months ago saying, well, my Uber app is not working. What's going on? And I realized, you don't have Uber in Victoria yet? That's insane.
It's crazy.
So the cab lobby was, I think, really effective in keeping it out.
Yeah.
But you know what? If the cabs are not doing a good enough job, I say the cabs need to up their game on the app. And I would be happy to take a cab if I knew where you were and when you were going to be to pick me up. I would take a cab.
Agreed. Yeah, I agree with you. Let's quickly touch on some federal politics because this is a big deal. What we're seeing unfold with regard to interference.
We talked about this, and now we have found out that the former Conservative leader Aaron O'Toole has been briefed by CSIS that he was a target of Beijing. Then we found out that a BC MP, Jenny Kwan, she was briefed by CSIS. She's been a target since 2019. So the NDP leader, Jagmeet Singh, came out and said, you know what, there's clearly a lack of confidence in the special rapporteur, David Johnston. So we think that he should step down and that there should be a public inquiry. And basically, a majority of MPs in the House voted to say, let's do that.
Let's just do it, guys.
And David Johnston said, nope, not stepping down. And the Prime Minister said, nope, not calling a public inquiry. So here we are.
Let's waste some
back
more
in the beginning.
Let's waste some more time and money arguing about what we're not going to look into.
Hey, very quickly, if you're a smoker, quit.
Don't do it.
But Canada has become the first in the world to mandate that each cigarette, here's a close-up shot, every cigarette has to have a warning on it now. And I thought, is that going to make you stop smoking if you're standing outside a bar smoking cigarettes cause leukemia at the end of your cigarette?
Oh my God.
I mean,
poison
maybe
in
they should
every
just
puff.
ban smoking.
Maybe they should. What's coming up on the show, Lynn?
Well, still ahead, we have all been through a lot in the past few years, right? COVID, financial insecurity, political polarization, war. If you're feeling overwhelmed and you're not sure how to cope, we have some expert advice next. Family therapist Michelle Cambolis joins us in studio.
Indeed, she does. And as mentioned, our viewing parties will continue. So make sure you're sending us your photos. Here is Tom. Tom, you're one of our favorite followers here on the show. You've been with us from day one. Just want to raise a glass to you. Thank you for watching from afar in Winnipeg.
And send in your photos. We'd love to see them.
I love it. Okay, we'll be back in a moment on Steel and Vance. Stay tuned.